All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace and blessings to you brothers and sisters out there. On your brother Zion coming back at you with another lesson. And today's topic is going to be about Revelations 21. Revelations 21. And this is basically going into the new rulership in the kingdom of heaven and stuff like that, and how this one's going to be done away with. So this is Revelation 21:1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And the first earth was passed away. This current kingdom, the earth, will never be destroyed, according to Ecclesiastes 1:4. No more sea people. So the first earth were passed away. This current rulership that we're under is going to be passed away, because all the wicked stuff that's going on here and all that. Let me go to Ecclesiastes 1:4. This is Ecclesiastes 1:4. One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. So the Lord's not going to never destroy the earth. He's talking about the current rulership that it's under. He's going to take it down, because Esau is wicked, according to Job 9:24, and the wicked's in rulership. This is verse 2. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. New Jerusalem, referring to Israel. Israel is a people before it's a place, according to 2 Maccabees 5:19. This is 2 Maccabees 5:19. Nevertheless, God did not choose the people for the place's sake, but the place for the people's sake. Out of heaven, coming out of the chariots. All right, this is verse 3. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them, and be their God. This is verse 14. Verse 4, Salakia. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. So the former things are passed away is this current rulership, like, the curses and all that other stuff like that. Former, this the shit we've been through, because basically when the new kingdom come, we ain't gonna be worrying about the new rulership, the new heaven come. We ain't gonna be worrying about dying and losing family members and gangbangers and robbers and niggas that bear false witness and liars and backstabbers and all that other stupid shit like that. And also sad shit too, like death and stuff. But we don't gotta worry about that no more once that comes. And this is only talking about amongst Israel, because we're the only ones that's been oppressed this much, this hard, this much. And this is a precept. This is 2nd Ezra 7:33. And the Most High shall appear upon the seat of judgment, and misery shall pass away, and the long suffering shall have an end. Yeah, because this is a long suffering, man. We still in captivity to this day. We gotta deal with a bunch of madness all the time, Let me continue. This is verse 34. But judgment only shall remain, truth shall stand, and faith shall wax strong. And let me go up and read just a little bit, because it's a couple breakdowns here. This is 2nd Ezra 7:28. For my son Yahushua shall be revealed with those that be with him, and they that remain shall rejoice within 400 years. 400 years. Ezra lived circa 480 through 440 BC. Yahushua was to be born around 400 years later. Yeah. This is verse 29. And after these years shall my son Hamashiach die, and all men that have life. Hamashiach died, Yahushua was killed, and all men that have life, most of the men that were with Yahushua were killed also. Verse 30, and the world shall be turned into old silence 7 days, like as in the former judgments, so that no man shall remain. 7 days, 7 represents completion. The understanding of the scriptures will be made a mystery until 1968 through 1969. Yeah, because that's when the truth first came out. Oh, well, I mean, first came back on the earth. That's when the truth first came back. Because before then, we were just lost. You know, we ain't have nothing. We were lost, and we were through. We were through, man. And this is Daniel 12 and 4. I'm going to read this real quick and go back to what I was reading. This is Daniel 12 and 4. But though, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end, many shall run to and fro, and not shall be increased. All right, so I'm going to continue reading. This is 2nd Ezra 7 and 31. And after 7 days, the world that yet awaketh not shall be raised up, and they shall die that is corrupt. They shall die that is corrupt. The wicked of Israel will die. So the 2/3 and niggas, 2/3 niggas and gangbangers and shit. You know, just wicked niggas in general. You know, they're gonna die. All right, this is 2nd Ezra 7 and 32. The earth shall restore those that are asleep in her, and so shall the dust those that dwell in silence. In the secret places shall deliver those souls that were committed unto them. The dead, physically, 1 Thessalonians 4 and 16, and spiritually, Revelations 11 and 18, and Proverbs 21 and 16 will be raised up. Okay, I'm gonna continue. Dang, this is pretty good. This is all right. Now back down to what I was reading. This is 2nd Ezra 7 and 35. And the work shall follow, and the reward shall be shewed, and the good deeds shall be forced, and wicked deeds shall bear no rule. This is verse 36. Then said Abraham prayed for the Sodomites, and Moses for the fathers that sinned in the wilderness. Prayed for the Sodomites. Abraham prayed for the area Sodom because his nephew was in that area, according to Genesis 18:23-32. So let me continue. Let me go back to Revelations. This is Revelations 21 and 5. And he sat upon the throne, said, Behold, I make all things new. So when he makes all things new, that includes getting rid of this old kingdom and setting up a new rulership with new people in it, man. And he said unto me, Write, for these words are true and faithful. This is verse 6. And he said unto me, It is done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is a thirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. Verse 7, He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. Verse 8, But the fearful and unbelieving and and the abominable, and the murderers, and the whoremongers, and the sorcerers, and idolaters, and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. All right, verse 9, and they come unto me, one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials full of the 7 last plagues, and talked with me, saying, Come hither, and I will show thee the bride, the Lamb's wife. Verse 10, and he carried me away in spirit to a great and high mountain, and shewed me that great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from God. Verse 11, having the glory of God, and her light was like unto a stone most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal. And there's verse 12. And he had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates. And at the gates 12 angels and names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of Israel, of the children of Israel. Salakia. This is verse 13. On the east 3 gates, and on the north 3 gates, and on the south 3 gates, and on the west 3 gates. And so they're everywhere. This is verse 14. And the wall of the city had 12 foundations, and in them the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. This is verse 15. And he talked with me, had a golden reed to measure the city, and the gates thereof, and the wall thereof. Verse 16. And the city lieth foursquare, and the length is as large as the breadth. And he measured the city with the reed, 12,000 furlongs. The length and the breadth and the height of it are equal. Verse 17. And he measured the wall thereof in 144 cubits, according to the measure of a man that is of the angel. Verse 8. Salaki can't talk. I just woke up. Verse 18. And the building of the wall of it was as jasper, and the city was pure gold, like unto clear glass. Verse 19. And the foundations of the wall of the city were garnished with all manners of precious stone. The first foundation was jasper, the second sapphire, and the third chalcedony. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but Salaki if I'm pronouncing it wrong. The fourth, an emerald. Verse 20. The fifth, sardonyx. The sixth, sardonyx. The seventh, chrysolite. The eighth, beryl. The ninth, topaz. The 10th, I don't know how to pronounce that. Chrysophus. The 11th, agents, and the 12th, an amethyst. I haven't read this in quite a while, but this is verse 21. And the 12 gates were 12 pearls. Every several gate was of the one pearl, and the street of the city was pure gold, as it were transparent glass. Verse 22. And I saw no temple therein, for the Lord God Almighty and the Lamb are the temple of it. Verse 23. And the city had no need of the sun, neither of the moon to shine in it, for the glory of God did lighten it, and the Lamb is the light thereof. Verse 24. And the nations of them which are saved shall walk in the light of it, and the kings of the earth do bring their glory and honor into it. Verse 25. The gates of it shall not be shut at all by day, for there shall be no night there. No night there. The children of Israel will have full knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And this is verse 26. They shall bring the glory and honor of the nations into it. Verse 27. And there shall in no wise enter it anything that defileth, neither whatsoever work of abomination, or maketh a lie, but they which are written in the Lamb's book of life. So with that being said, I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna save this part for camp. This chapter for camp. So hopefully this was an edifying quick lesson. We give all praises, honor, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakak Kodash, and shout out to the next lesson.